What's going on, everybody? This is the Roaming Prepper, and thank you for joining me tonight or today, depending on where you are. I'll be right back, and we're going to talk about the new budget bill that was passed in the U.S. and how it can affect all of us and our state of preparedness. Hang on for a second. We'll be right back and talk about it. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Roaming Prepper. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will try to answer questions in the chat in the premiere if I do a premiere. If not, throw them in the comments under the video, and I will try my best to answer them in a relatively timely manner. So, as of this week, the Senate budget bill that has been shot down multiple times, actually in both houses, is finally passed the Senate and is headed for the House for confirmation after Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema and a few other senators on both sides kind of caused a bit of a scene in Congress. So what does this mean for us? What does this mean for the working folks? Well, I got this article, and it's from the Roll Call. It's a little financial outfit. I actually thought it was a well-written piece, and it kind of got to the point, which was cool. It wasn't too politicky. Is that a thing? Politicky? Anyway, after a year of negotiations, impasses, and political maneuvering, the Senate passed Democrats' top domestic priority and economic package that would pump hundreds of billions into clean energy, raise taxes on corporations, lower healthcare costs. That's the summary according to them. The Senate vote 50-50 with the Vice President doing the tiebreaker, Kamala Harris, and it's now headed to the House. The House is on summer break. They're supposed to return for a week, extended weekend, to address this bill. The Senate spent more than 15 hours voting on amendments in what is known as a vote-a-rama. There were a total of 37 changes made before they finally agreed on the final bill. According to the CBO, they haven't put out a formal report yet, the CBO's Congressional Budget Office. Based on the preliminary information, in previous estimates, the bill would spend more than $450 billion over 10 years on energy and climate programs and tax breaks, 3-year extension of the generous subsidies for purchasing health insurance, expanded Medicare prescription benefits, etc., etc. The package would also more than offset enough tax increases on corporations, enhanced IRS tax enforcement. That's interesting. So they can now have a bunch more agents out there giving us a pain in the ass. Medicare savings from allowing price negotiations directly with pharmaceutical companies on certain drugs. The net package is expected to reduce the deficit roughly $300 billion over a decade. Deficit reduction was a major priority for Senator Joe Manchin. So according to them, there were a few Democratic holdouts who were like, if we keep spending like this, the budget's going to get fucked up, and we're going to have excuse my language, and we're going to basically create even worse inflation, and the budget deficit's going to go down the toilet. They finally came to an agreement on how to do it. So, left off the table, expanded tax credit, expanded medical leave, universal pre-K, child care for kids under 6, immigration relief. They basically, they gutted a lot of it. Originally, this bill was supposed to be like $2 trillion, and now it's $450 billion. So it's like 25% of what it should have been originally was their plan. Not a bad thing. Right now, we have high inflation. People are seeing their gas prices come down, and they're saying, oh, well, the inflation's going away. Not necessarily. We have not hit the winter months. Natural gas from Russia, Ukraine, the whole Eastern Europe is garbage right now. And when the cold weather hits, we're leaving. What you're seeing now in the decrease in the gas prices is really the end of driving season, right? It went up during vacations. We all shouldn't have been surprised. We knew it would. I didn't expect it to go that high, but it did. But now kids are going back in school, people are going back to work. You're going to see that demand for gasoline lay off, and hence the price is going to come down a bit. That being said, as we get into winter, I'm curious as to how they're going to fill the gaps, because even in Texas, with all the alternative energies we haven't built sufficient grid to bring the energy from solar and wind into the main grid, and we're not the only state having this problem. So don't be deceived by the gas prices. What this is going to do is going to add a bunch of dollars to an inflated market. Now, I'm no economist, I'm a business guy, but I know enough to know that the more dollars you add, the more painful it's going to be on inflation. It's not going to help supply chain. They did not address it. It's not going to help food production. They did not address it in this one. At least I didn't see in the articles I saw. So it's going to be a lot of pet projects, and I don't know how much it's going to help us. So from our standpoint, continue to try to pay down your personal debt so you don't get tangled into any things, banks collapsing, whatever the hell happens the second half of the year. Try to pay down your personal debt. Try not to get in debt at all if you can avoid it. There's some positive debts like, home mortgage, stuff like that, but where you can create wealth over time in theory, but, running up the credit cards, try not to do it. I know times are tight. Do things on a budget as much as you can. And, continue to prep the food. I don't think it's going to stabilize this year. Maybe next year people may calm the hell down and it may get a little bit better. But I believe the end of Q3, early Q4, we're really going to see that energy pinch. And it's with those prices go back up, it's going to hurt everyone. And keep in mind, natural gas, which normally in the past is traded between $2 and $4, is still trading at $8 or $9. So it's an issue. And a lot of our natural gas is going to Europe to help our friends who are supporting us with this Eastern European war. So guys, this show isn't over. They passed a bill putting a lot of money into the economy. It really doesn't address the infrastructure. It doesn't address the grid. I think it was a lot of pet projects and puffery. And I think the only reason Manchin and Sinema agreed to it was because the elections are this year. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, yeah, they just passed a very expensive bill. I don't think it's going to help us at all. If anything, it expands more oversight from the IRS for those of us who have small business. So, yeah, I don't know where to take that one. Guys, I wish I had some good news on this one. It seems like pretty much it's all blah, blah from Washington again. They really didn't address a lot of the things we should be addressing. And don't forget, we're headed into the extended heavy part of hurricane season. So y'all prep up on the coast. And other than that, yeah, they're doing stuff. Just keep an eye on these people in Washington, guys. I don't know what they've got up their sleeve, but they're passing bills that really aren't helping us a hell of a lot. So, and maybe I missed something, but that's what it looks like. In any case, guys, God bless, Godspeed, be safe, and I will see you on the next video. You all take care.